Good morning. How's it going? Good to see you, Panda. Alan, what's good, man? Thanks for popping into the chat. How are you doing, my friend? Always a pleasure to see your name pop up. What is happening, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in on this Friday morning, taking time out of your day to come hang out. It really means a lot. Panda, I miss you more every day. It feels like the length of time between bigger and bigger, even though it doesn't. I was saying this back when I streamed 5 days a week, so I don't know what I'm talking about. It was weird having 2 days off from stream back then. Kind of miss it sometimes, but such is life, such is the reality of schedules and having to spend time doing other things. I finally have a concrete answer on the stream delay. Okay, so from my end, when I look at the preview on the screen versus the preview on YouTube, there is more or less a 10-second delay. Obviously, that's going to vary for you guys. Some of you are on mobile, some of you are on desktop. The delay will change depending on which platform you're on, but it's at least 10 seconds. And that's just because we're streaming at 1440, a little bit of a higher quality. That is that. Amtrak tickets to Cali. It takes 3 days by train. Okay. How much are the tickets, Panda? That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that makes it seem like you're not nearly as far away as it feels like. You know what I mean? That's really cool. It's pre chatty chat. Boom, there we go. How's your day going, Panda? I wanted to talk a little bit today. I know most of my streams have consisted primarily Little Bright. Weird, I can see the light changing on my face based on Opad. Like if I move it around, you can see the light off to the side over here. But normally, you guys know that I play a lot of games on my stream as it makes sense to. But I was feeling a little inspired after watching some Ludwig videos. He does a lot of story time, and one really important thing for me is telling stories. I'm a filmmaker, an actor. My entire passion revolves around telling stories, or at the very least, illustrating images, illustrating ideas. And so I thought, why not use the stream to that end? You know, I have this character that embodies the. I have this character that is the avatar of my stream, but he hasn't necessarily been imbued with any kind of meaning yet. So I want to try to do that through storytelling. That makes sense. 303 for next summer for cabin seats. Flying makes me super anxious, so I was looking at different options, but flying might make the most sense. Make the most sense monetary wise, time wise. Kids are home from school today for fall break. Nicholas had a pretty gnarly nosebleed. Oh no. What was the cause of that? Did he just get one out of the blue, or did he hurt his nose? Fall break. Right, that's coming up. One of my guys told me that they have early dismissal. I think it's next Wednesday, so I got to make an adjustment to the schedule there. Luckily, we have one more day to sort that out. Well, that's nice that they get out for a little bit of a break. I'm starting to feel more of the Halloween vibes. I mean, I'm sure you couldn't tell based on all the stream aesthetic at this point. In fact, it's really cool. So, Panda, you see this this little crack or fissure at the bottom of the webcam. So whenever people subscribe to the channel or donate or super chat, once we have that available, a little creature will actually pop out of the bottom and it'll say the person's name and it'll do all kinds of cool stuff. I spent most of last night customizing it and getting it up to snuff. And I really, really love these Halloween overlays. They're super top notch. And then I spent a good amount of time putting a Halloween playlist together for soccer game today and tomorrow. So I'll send you more videos. Yes, please. I would love to see him. Nicholas is so adorable when he's playing soccer. It's the cutest thing ever. I don't know if you saw on my story the little girl that was in charge of parkour class. We were joking around. It was like, hey, do you want to be the teacher today? I need an assistant to run things for me. She jumped up with no hesitation. I was just messing around, but then she started leading the stretches and then started telling people what to do. Very, very serious and professional about it. Made my heart melt. So adorable. Yeah, she's what was the title of this stream again? Let me just double check. I'm trying to remember what okay, today. Oh, how Lady Gaga made. Okay, so this has been on my mind for a little bit. I sat down and a ton about it. And even if it's just you and me, Panda, that watch this right now, I think it would be good for me to speak on this, and maybe it'll be a video opportunity further down the line that I can the world. Yeah, I'll just start from the beginning. So believe it or not, Lady Gaga was actually a secret inspiration of growing up. You know, she was kind of weird and edgy at the time. Nowadays, you look at what she made back in 2009 and you think, oh, it's kind of on par with most of the music videos and aesthetics you see nowadays. So not really weird or edgy. But back then it was. Flying would make most sense time-wise. If it took 3 days to get out there, I couldn't really hang out too long and then have to go back. Oh, okay, gotcha. Come on, Panda, just take a month off. It's not that big of a deal. You don't need to work. You don't need to make money, right? Just let mom and dad take care of you. You can do that, right? Just kidding. I understand. I know what you mean. Time-wise, it is probably better to. But I understand your hesitation with flying. I actually saw a TikTok the other day that cracked me up. It was when you're what was it? When you suddenly start believing in the Holy Spirit as soon as you hit turbulence. Like you put all your faith in God to protect you in those moments. I'm like, oh, this makes so much sense. Always love God. Yeah, I really took a liking to Lady Gaga. And back then, like I was saying, she seemed really outlandish. And a lot of people my age that I knew were sort of turned off by that. And I think that's kind of what excited me about it. It was something different. You know, she was doing her own thing. And I always have a lot of respect for someone who carves their own path through life, not really sticking to conventions or taking the road less traveled, as that one author says. I forgot. I don't know off the top of my head who said it, but taking the road less traveled. So that really drew me to her. There's a specific instance that I want to talk about that really drew me. Okay. Actually, before I get to that, just making sure I got everything. This is also a good opportunity for me to practice my storytelling because I have a tendency to be very like discombobulated and all over the place when I tell a story because things come to mind and I jump between this or that and it gets all out of whack and whoever I'm telling the story to doesn't understand. So this is me stumbling my way through my story. Bear with me, Panda. Appreciate your patience. I cry at takeoff and landing, and if turbulence, yeah, it can be really scary, and you can feel helpless in those situations. I think that's actually the thing that relaxes me, weirdly enough, is the fact that I can't do anything about it, so I just, you know, it is what it is. But I understand the anxiety that comes with flying. I followed Gaga underground from Cherry Tree Records before she really. I was looking at an article that showed pictures of her at her first photo shoot before she became famous. And oh wait, I think I sent them to you, Panda, right? Like I was getting really emotional looking at them because they just remind me of everything that I'm trying to accomplish. Like she was at my place at one point, and I got to see a glimpse of that. Granted, I'm not trying to be a singer or a musician or an artist in that sort of way, but the aesthetic of her art really resonates with me, and I do want to be a storyteller. I do want to be a public person, a public figure, and I don't know, she just stands out to me as a figure in that way. I'm a little biased because her song Alejandro really speaks to me. it You know what it is? Her designs, her look, her vibe defines the glory, glitz, and glamour of being an artist. There's a lot of talk about how very bad for your health. Being famous is not something to want because there are all kinds of awful things that come with it, which is, I believe that's all true. But to see it portrayed in such a grandiose and theatrical light in the way that she does it, just it strikes a chord with me. It makes me want to push myself as hard as I possibly can to get where I want to be. Even if I don't reach the level of influence or gravitas as someone like her, I at least want to try. And so she's an inspiration to me in that way. But that song, I mean, my name is Alexander, so the song stood out to me. It's just a great song. And to this day, if I hear the song Just Dance play, I cannot help myself. I can't stop myself from moving. I gotta jam. It's such a great song. I also just have so many memories of that period of time in my life that are so special. And I want to talk about one of those today. So when I was a teen, probably 15 years old, right, in 2010. 2010 was a crazy year for me. Great year, sad year, but eventful to be sure. I went to visit my cousins in Colorado. It's the only time I've ever been there. They had this beautiful house with a giant golf course right behind it. We're talking like endless greenery. Like they had a small picket fence that was right at their backyard, and the fence was lower than my waist. I mean, I was shorter than I am now, but I could still easily hop over that fence. It was pretty crazy how vast and expansive this feels. We're talking like, the wallpaper for Windows XP. That's what their backyard essentially looked like. It was so gorgeous. I really love watching her evolution as an artist. Yeah. I mean, she's changed quite a bit. She went from being the, like, everything was abstract to, I can't remember the name of the movie that she did most recently with Bradley Cooper. Just complete 180. But she just does her thing, does what she feels called to do. Anyways, I was in Colorado. I was enamored by the beauty of the entire location. And I didn't see these cousins very often because they just lived far away. My uncle was in the military, or is in the military. My uncle is in the military, and they traveled quite a bit. There was a point in time where they were in California, granted not super close to LA, but we could actually drive and visit them, and it was a lot of fun. This was in my elementary school years, so we go have a blast. We were all relatively similar in age. And by the way, on my mom's side, I have basically all girl cousins. I have 2 boy cousins, neither of which I ever see, but a lot of girl cousins, so I spent lots of time around them. But I remember specifically when we were there, I can't remember if this was the first day or the second day, doesn't really matter. I went on a drive with my two cousins. They were sisters. One of them was graduating high school, which is why we went to go visit. And that was the first time in my life where I felt like I was on my own for a second, like I had some freedom. For the most part, I'd always been around my parents or I was at school, and everything was pretty safe and controlled, or at least it felt that way. And I remember thinking, like, we were really out here. You know, I was in the back seat, cousin was driving, my other cousin was in the passenger seat, and she just drove. And one of the songs that came on was Poker Face by Lady Gaga. And I had heard the song before. I hadn't really thought much of it. I thought it sounded cool. And I had already, I had already known about Lady Gaga. But it wasn't until that moment when we were riding in the car, going for a drive out in the open air fields with that song playing full blast, sunroof down, windows open, wind blowing. That's when I felt it, that modicum of freedom for a second. Felt amazing. The first time, one of the only times in my life, it was one of the only times in my life I ever remember feeling for my parents weren't there to look after me. We could basically do whatever we wanted. And there was something scary and exciting about it at the same time. Granted, we weren't doing anything dangerous. We weren't trying to get in trouble. I felt like she was driving pretty fast, but I could be exaggerating my memory. But I just remember that song playing and feeling a sense of euphoria on that drive. It made me excited for whatever the future had to offer down the line. At this point in my life, I had no idea I wanted to be an artist or an actor, really. I mean, it wasn't even until I started college that I had a semblance of idea like, okay, we'll do screenwriting, like we'll go into film. I had no clue what I wanted to do. But whatever it was, at that moment, I was ready for it. I was going all in. Super excited. And this is probably what influenced me a little bit in that direction anyway. I mean, the fact that I still remember this 10 years later, right? Because it's 2020 just passed. This happened in 2010. So it's been 10 years, a decent amount of time. But kind of a big deal. From that point forward, I don't know if I would call myself like a real fan because I didn't listen to all her music, but I was definitely like, it meant something deeply to me. But of course, as a young boy, I thought, well, this isn't right. This is girl music. Boys don't listen to this. This is this is weird. This is music for weird people. Not realizing how weird I actually was. But I was having a conversation with my mom the other day, and I asked her. I said, "Hey, what are some flaws that I need to work on? Like genuinely, what are some problems that I have that I should focus on so I can be a better person?" And she told me some stuff to work on. But one of the things she said that I am really good at is being honest. So I was just honest with myself. I really liked her music. I didn't try to keep up a facade that I didn't seem tough or anything. I'm just a guy who's like kind of effeminate about stuff. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. It is what it is. The glitz, the glamour, the fantastical nature of her videos really influenced my interest in performing at that point forward. In fact, it was that year in 2010 where I took my first acting class. I can't remember if it was before or after Colorado, but it was around the same time, really. And I remember going to classes and being sick to my stomach because I was so nervous. But for whatever reason, this shy kid decided acting would be a great idea, even though it was terrifying. And I'm really glad I did it and I stuck with it because it's been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. And I can attribute a lot of that to this moment. And I don't know if I can talk about this next part yet. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready. Maybe I'll follow up. Follow up story because it's a little too raw right now. But we'll keep it in the books. I'll add a little annotation for something to come back to. Plus, I'm sure you guys want to watch some games right now, so go ahead and switch to that. But it's there. Lots of story time stuff that I would love to share with you guys. Thank you for listening and being patient with me. That. Oh my gosh, it got so much darker just from turning off the notepad. Nikolai, how's it going, dude? Good to see you. How are you, my friend? Her stuff with Tony Bennett. I actually haven't heard it. I have to go and listen to it. If you're among those people who dream of visiting another country, just ask yourself, can I go to France this year? Of course it can. Well, joke's on you, Nikolai, because I have been to Corsica, okay? But I haven't been to France. Does Monte Carlo count as France? I've been there. I don't know if that counts as France, though. 337 round trip to Atlanta. So it's basically the same price. It's a little bit more expensive. I feel like flying is probably a better option for sure. I could totally save up for that. You know what we should do? I should just have a panda plane ticket fund on the stream. That way we have something like tangible to build towards. Yeah. Oh my gosh. If you're coming out here, Panda, we have to do a video. We most definitely have to do. That will be the most legendary video on the stream simply by nature of you were there day one. Like you are just like the coolest supporter ever and an amazing friend. I have no words. You share whatever you're comfortable sharing with us. No worries. Yeah, I want to share more, Panda, but it's just, I started reading it and I felt like a sinking feeling in my gut. And I went, yeah, this is not right yet. I need to share it at some point because I just need to. For me. And for what I do. Who I am. But that time will come. Maybe they could find a new 007 there. A Sean Corsic. Okay, man, that one's a bit of a stretch. Come on now. Corsicanery? Okay. So, what are we playing? Horizon Zero Dawn, yes? Done. We launched the game. I'm actually excited to go back and review how the stream looks with the Halloween jazz. So weird being back at a 16:9 webcam. Just a 4. You can do New Game Plus in this? Let's go. I didn't realize how long this game was actually in development. I was reading somewhere they had concepts back in 2011. That's a crazy long time. That's basically when that story took place that I just told. When development on this game started was when that story took place. Absolutely insane. Also, my webcam is blocked. I'm a little offended by this. There we go. Wait. Let's see if I can remember the controls. Gosh, this game just feels so good to play. It's like a better Assassin's Creed. I say that out loud. Well, maybe not the old Assassin's Creed, but the newer ones for sure. Those games took a bit of a nosedive. So I'm more than happy to talk smack on those.
It's your sister, Olara!
By the way, did you solve the puzzle code I put in Discord? I didn't know you put one in there. In general chat? Guys, this is the hardest code you will ever see. Decipher it and you are a certified genius. 14.5.22.5.18 dash 7.15.14.14.1 dash 7.9.22.5 dash 25.15.21 dash 21.16. I don't even know where to begin with this. So I'm going to wait until you put the code out because, yeah, numbers, not quite my thing. Oh, Discord scam. I didn't see this. Check that out. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen already, I know you have, Panda, but there is a new YouTube video now live on the channel. Be sure to check that out. I'm very, very proud. Very proud about it. I put a lot of work into that video, and I think it came out pretty good. So, very, very appreciative. Go back to game. I don't have my preview window open, so if there's any problems, guys, just let me know, and I will fix them. But for now, I'm going in blind. So unless you see something, I won't know. Thank you, Panda. I was contemplating hiring someone to do the editing just because I have so little time to do. Ooh, can I Assassin's Creed this? Oh. I have so little time to do it that I'd rather allocate responsibilities to other people, but it's a little out of budget right now, and I think it's better to just manage my time more properly.
I can test the override device on them. It should go quiet.
Override striders.
All of this to wind up trampled by a frightened herd.
How do I cancel my arrow? B seemed to work.
Nice and quiet.
Oh, no. Don't turn around.
Okay, here it goes. Come on. It worked. It's not hostile. There we go.
But
Attaboy. That's more like it. Yeah! Ride! This Strider is fast.
this is like Red Dead Redemption
This beats
controls.
walking.
This is awesome.
I should try overriding other kinds of machines. Probably can't ride them all, but I might find a use for them.
I mean, we get a good look at this guy. I've never actually looked at the models without them being destroyed. I love that they have built-in foot pedals. It's so cool. Well, pipes. The liquid in the back. So interesting.
My mount can't find its footing on these slopes. Sounds of fighting. Just outside the gates.
Watch yourselves! Bring it closer! Closer!
Varro, I take it?
Aloy. The outcast who won the proving.
So you survived your wounds.
High Matriarch Tirsa said you might know the way to Meridian.
The capital of the Carja Sundom? You seek exile?
No, a traitor named Olin. The Matriarchs made me a seeker so I could go after him.
Huh. Well, then you should head north to Mother's Crown. If you make it, talk to Maria. She'll point the way.
If I make it?
The trail is dangerous. Ever since the War Party massacre, our lands go unpatrolled, and our borders unguarded. We have no war chief to lead us.
Why'd they send so many
Isn't
guys
that
after
precious,
one
Joe?
group? That doesn't make sense.
Ugh. Only because Sona went missing. Now, I'd go after her myself, but she ordered me to hold this gate with my life. And so I have.
You said the trail is dangerous. What sorts of dangers?
Almost too many to name. The killers are still out there, and somehow they've corrupted the machines, spreading madness.
Yes, I've seen it myself.
Bandits, too. Cutthroats who snuck across the border to prey on us. The word is, there's a camp in the metal ruins upriver.
Sounds like I need to craft more arrows. You said I won the proving. How did you know that?
I spoke to survivors. They said you fought bravely, as did Bast. And my sister.
Your sister was Vala? I'm very sorry. I liked her. I think we might have even become friends. If we'd had a chance.
Thank you. She died saving others. There is no better death.
You said the war party was massacred. How?
When word came of the attack on the Proving, War Chief Sona assembled a war party to give chase. But in their haste to get vengeance, some braves broke rank and raced ahead, straight into a trap. A pack of crazed machines, seething with corruption, fell upon the braves and savaged them. War Chief Sona led a countercharge and destroyed the machines, but by then the killers were gone, and our losses were extreme.
Yikes.
You said War Chief Sona is missing?
Even when the war party was massacred, she wouldn't give up the chase. She called for volunteers and went after the killers.
You didn't volunteer?
Of course I did, but Sona denied me that. She ordered me to see the wounded back to the Embrace, and to guard this gate, to guard the Embrace with my life. That was days ago, and since then there's been no word from her.
So there's no way to know if she's alive or dead.
If anyone could survive out there, it would be her. Sona's prowess is legend, an unbending spear to measure ourselves against.
Sounds like she sets a high standard.
Ugh, you have no idea. She's my mother.
Yeah.
I should be on my way.
Aloy, before you make the journey to Mother's Crown and beyond, is there any chance you could search for Sona? The tribe needs her leadership. I'd go after her myself if she hadn't commanded me to hold this gate at all costs.
Where was she last seen?
The War Party massacre site, a wooded hollow across from Devil's Thirst on this side of the river. You might be able to pick up her trail there. She went after the killers who attacked the Proving, who killed those we love, who tried to kill you.
I get it, Varl. I'll see what I can do.
A Strider!
No, don't attack. It's with me.
How is that possible?
It's hard to explain. Something I discovered.
I see.
We gotta find this dude's mom. Went after baddies. I love that it responds to the... Are there different classes of Strider, or are they all the same? Can I get one with a...
May the goddess protect.
My whole life. All of it in the Embrace. The world just got bigger. But mostly more dangerous. hunter. Were you injured when the war party was ambushed?
All Striders are the same.
Not
Gotcha.
exactly. And I'm not a hunter, or a brave, or anything really. You shouldn't even be talking to me.
You know, it's so weird. I've never heard brave used in the context outside of my high school. So it's kind of trippy to actually hear that term. Really cool warrior in like a fictional universe. Like, I understand that they are from Native American history, but that's not something that we ever really talked about or covered. You know, you hear about Vikings, you hear about Spartans. Like, Master Chief is a Spartan, and it's based on a historical person or a historical culture. But to actually hear braves used in a video game is super dope.
Well, whoever you are, you're hurt. What happened?
My name's Kren. I thought I'd have a go at the trials at the hunting grounds over the rise, you know, hone my skills. It didn't go very well.
You got injured at a hunting grounds? How?
Well, I was aiming for a canister on the back of a grazer, and my bowstring snapped, and I tripped, and... forget it. It wasn't pretty, okay? I just wanted to train a bit. Hunting grounds are perfect for that. They offer trials, which are like challenges, and they give you marks if you accomplish objectives or beat certain times. The keep is up there on the hill, just to the north. Talk to him to do a trial. I'm sure you'd do better than I did.
I'm afraid to ask what that white stuff in his hair is. He's standing under some trees. Or some phone poles.
Why did you say you weren't anything at all, and that I shouldn't talk to you?
I stole a bow, okay? And got cast out. This was before the proving, so now I can't even fight for my tribe in its time of need. I have to live in the wild by myself, which is why I wanted some training. Honestly, I'm just glad the keeper would talk to me. I think he might be in exile or something. He doesn't seem to care about the laws of the matriarchs.
Things aren't exactly going your way, are they? Is there anything I can do to help?
No. I'll be all right. My father always said All Mother had a plan for me. Before he got run over by a strider anyway.
Rough.
I need to get going, Kren.
All right. Be careful. Especially if you're heading north. And be sure to hit the hunting grounds if you want to train up.
Can I go in the water? Dang. iOS 13 waterproof Strider. You're right, Nikolai. It would surely be a water Strider. Check my quests. Level 8. Level am I now? 7. Copy that.
Well, here I am.
Oh no, did I run something over? Did I run over a mouse? I did! I'm running things over. They're roadkill now. It's so sad. I could just casually cause murder and mayhem in my wake. I really need to figure out these controls. The problem with having multiple single-player action RPG games with... Oh no, it's a rabbit! All these games have different controls, but similar layouts, if that...
Handy.
Very confusing. They have normal animals in this game too. Like, can I find a regular horse that's being chased by a strider? I'm gonna do some more combat. Oh god. Where? It's kind of far away. How they're detecting me. I have fire arrows, hunting arrows, shock, tripwire. Controller is definitely far more intuitive for this type of game. Actually, I want to practice my stealth. I love that that's considered silent. Wait, do I? Oh, there's one. Look, Panda, I know how to snack finally. I can snack on animals. Playing Ring Around the Rosie here. Why is he going so fast? Wait a second. Is he inside the rock? What is going on here? How is there something almost detecting me in the rock? I'm guessing that's a bug or a glitch. We're gonna go back to our steed boy. Wherever he went. How do I use my vision? I need to use that in order to figure out enemy weaknesses. Keep forgetting. The walls have eyes, in this case rocks. Alex, how's it going, man? Good to see you.
I need to be somewhere else.
Pretty much. Everything has eyes in this game. Guys, just you wait. The rage moments haven't started yet, but I'm going to be sneaking around quite a bit in this game, and I'm going to get spotted for no reason through a wall. And my controller is going to go through my monitor. Just you wait. Just you wait.
There's danger ahead, girl.
Danger for you, Outlander. This is Norland.
Yes, yes, yes. Trespass is forbidden on pain of death. Strange phrase, the pain of death. See? This one's in no pain at all.
Who was he?
A thief, slaver, a killer. The kind that give honest killers a bad name.
Farrell told me there would be bandit ambushes on the road.
Well, it's not all good news. They don't always come to you. Most dig out a camp, and there they'll sit like spoil on meat.
Unless someone does something about it?
I like you.
Ooh.
Follow the trail of smoke on the other side of the ruins. I'll be there.
Level 7. Let's do it. Down. Need to search.
My focus is picking up some kind of signal. Maybe I can scan it.
Not the body, is it? I forgot what metal shards are for. Resource supply box. Man, I need to watch some more tutorials on this game because I actually want to understand what I'm doing. This is red because I can't pick it up. Yeah. Can I trade with this person? Can I sell all junk? Or is there no junk in this? Got one of each. I want to equip a different second. You ever find you need to leave a conversation, you want to do it in style, just say this: I hate to leave, but it's time for me to escargot. Nikolai, thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it, man. That will always work on this stream because you give me enough puns, you won't have to ask to leave. I'll just be like, get out of here. Heard enough out of you. Done. Oh, okay. So we use shards as currency, correct? These cost metal shards. Yes, yes, yes. What do I need sparklers? Crafting, ammunition, items, trading, selling for metal. Obviously. Obviously, it's for selling. You can buy more arrows. You can buy rocks. Why would I buy rocks? Also, how do I use rocks again? I change them in my inventory like this, right? Oh, okay. I hold it. I can hold up to 10 rocks. Wow, I am a rock master. And this is to grab characters' attention, yes. I think I understand these controls better. Can't use that, whatever that is. This is healing. One healing potion. Can I craft more? Ah, I see. These are the components that I need in order to make it. And I have a lot of them, so let's max out. Are we? That's cool. It even tells me that a craft pouch upgrade is available. That's so convenient. Now, how do I use that? Crafting? Carry capacity. Weapon satchel. Outfit satchel. So these are all categorized. You have to upgrade each one. Tripcaster. Let's upgrade the Tripcaster because I feel like we really can't carry that much. It'll cost 5 metal shards, 10 ridgewood. The menus in this game are so... Like, guys, the ease of use. I'm not the smartest gamer out there. And when an action RPG lays things out very simply for you, I find it so satisfying. So satisfying. Let's create job do. Oh, I see. Now we have up to 6. Yes. Definitely want to upgrade our bow. So metal shards can be used as currency or they can be used as crafting components, if I'm not mistaken. I don't care about traps yet. I don't care about potions yet. I haven't had extensive need for any of those things. Modification satchel. Oh, I see. This is for modification items. What's the difference between that and resources? Interesting. I feel like a lot of these are not pertinent because I just don't have that many items. But I do want to change my outfit. Inventory, outfits. What is... A new Nora Braves armor stitched tab accentuated by Aloy's own designs, offers no extra protection but can be upgraded. I don't know what the symbol means. Maybe it's some sort of alignment. Oh, so these are the same. It's just a little extra pizzazz thrown into the design. Let's go with the Survivor Light. This looks cool. I don't know what any of these effects mean. I assume this is fire resistance, cold resistance, shock resistance, and wind? Red wind? Tornado resistance? If I drop it, can I pick it back up? Can I save the game first? Can't. We're going to risk it, fam. We're going to drop the Outcast outfit for the sake of science. Oh, so it just puts a little package there. Cool. And I like it better when a game does not have individual item slots. I much prefer to equip an entire outfit than to have the pauldrons, the belt, the knee pads. So annoying. Waste of time. Fallout. Ooh, can I craft this? I need fatty meat. I have everything. Resources satchel is full. Oh. Hang on, but before I get sidetracked, I wanted to craft a health potion. Okay, so we need more stuff. Guess who's back? Back again. Carmen's back. Tell a friend. Carmen, how are you doing? Did you see the video that you're starring in, Carmen? It was a lot of fun to edit, I'm not gonna lie. You were absolutely hilarious. And my favorite part is the fact that you're saying, you better not post this, you better not post this. And I'm like, huh. This is what the video is gonna be about, my friend.
That must be Devil's Thirst. The city of the
Oh, that's cool.
of the metal world.
God. The one thing I wish you could do is lock on. Oh boy, that did a lot. Woo! He helped me. Dang. This doesn't look like a strider though. It's a scrapper. Can I heal my boy? Does he just heal over time? Oh, good. I'm glad you're watching. Oh, there's a... That's a real animal, guys. Taking it down. Oh, come on. Well, you gotta turn at the last second. That missed. Rich meat, fatty meat, yes, all the things we need. Allows you to disassemble resource modifications at 50% of their metal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How did I walk past these guys? Ouch. No, 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 no. I need to get out of dodge. Need more heals. Like, I feel like it's not worthy of a... What's it called? I don't think I should use a potion for them. I think I should just find more plant. Dude, it's controls, man. I'm getting... Do the arrows shoot straight?
God, I found this.
I definitely need more medicinals. And you're right, Panda. Crafting is super, super duper, super, super duper, super duper, super important in this. Like, seriously, it's a big deal. I don't know why I said pooper scooper. Made it sound like a bad thing. Uh-oh, sounds like there's a big boy nearby. My boy's still weak. What's up with that? Are they just expendable? I can't form a relationship with my Strider? This isn't right. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Let's get out of here. He's all sparky spark. I don't like it. He's going to start a fire out here. You know how dry it is this time of year in California?
No room.
Okay, so now we actually have to drop. That's so simple. Everything is split up into categories, and they each have a max limit on those categories. I really like that. Okay, can we craft a bigger capacity for our resources? Yes, we can. Fantastic. Rich meat. How do I not... Oh, I just used it. Now can we pick this up? Let's go. I understand how games work, guys. I am a genius. Dude, I was so funny. Where's my profit? Oh, Carmen, we're on YouTube. There is no profit here. There's no profit for the little guys. Gosh, these controls are so weird. You have to actually stop the horse, otherwise it'll just keep running forever.
That wasn't warm.
Oh, I can carry 30 now. Let's go. I don't remember upgrading that.
Pass the test.
Oh my god. That's so awesome. Let's go, Panda. I'm ready. I did not sign a release form for my performance. Oh, man. If only you followed, what's his face? I follow a esports lawyer on Twitter. Basically signed it away when you decided to go on the live broadcast, but now you know, lesson learned. I love how I just did damage to his most vital section, and he's like, here, shoot this one too. I'm ready. It's a mega long-term investment. Yeah, emphasis on the mega. I've been studying a lot of content creation like videos that talk about the mindset you need as a content creator. You should not even consider the idea of popping off as a YouTuber until you've made at least 100 videos. And I'm not talking about the live streams either. Like, these don't count. I'm talking about the things that I edit and upload. Until I make 100 YouTube videos, I will not have a gauge of what direction I'm going in. So that happens. So it actually kind of takes a lot of pressure off because I'm not worried. I'm like, oh, how's the next video going to do? It's just, gotta keep making them. So you're right, Alex. It is a mega long-term investment. And hopefully, the longer we go, the better we get with our editing, our production value, our music, sound effects, all that jazz. You know? A fun journey to go on. And at the very least, if nothing ever comes of it, I will have this beautiful memory that I can look back on of you, me, and Jesse playing Warzone, having a blast, being at each other's throats, listening to Jesse make his crackpot jokes, listening to Carmen be her rowdy, inebriated self in this particular circumstance, and then me just kind of quietly sitting back and observing, and then being told, you're missing out on everything that's going on. I'm like, oh no, I'm not missing out. I'm taking notes on everything that's going on. I know exactly what's happening here. You need more herbs. Yes, clearly. I need lots more herbs. I don't see more herbs, though. The herbs are hiding from me. They've run away. See wood. Take both. We have room for it. Gosh, I love using the bow and arrow in this game to hit the weak spots. Such good gameplay. Dane Carmen versus Rome. It's happening. Guys, also, even though it's a lawsuit, we need to record it for content, which negates the entire point of there having been a lawsuit in the first place, but hey, content for both channels. I feel like in Carmen's defense, she would argue in the courtroom, I should be allowed to take whatever footage he has and put it on my channel, and he can't use any of it. I think that would be fair. Okay, at least we're full health. We'll find more herbs here in a second, but we're going to press on. There you go, reality show. The only way. The funny thing about reality shows is there's very little that's actually real about them. I remember when I was in the UK, I went to a speed dating event. And there was a girl there who was obsessed with keeping up with the Kardashians. And I had to be the bearer of bad news. I had to break it to her. I'm like, most of that show is scripted. I mean, most reality... That's not a diss on keeping up with the Kardashians. It's just most reality TV. Sorry? Long story short, we didn't talk after that, but you know, I wasn't really shocked or surprised.
That must be the place there. Best keep an eye out around here.
I'm glad you came.
You're glad.
I mean, drama does get views, I get. It most definitely does. You know what gets views, guys? Stories. Storytelling. Being vulnerability gets viewed. Authenticity, comedy, all that stuff. Think of all the things you like, the things that grab your attention. Why do they get views? Because they're compelling. And the reason why a show like Keeping Up with the Kardashians is compelling for a lot of people is because of the atmosphere, the shock value, the relatability maybe for some. You know, the aspiration for others who want to be in that sort of like limelight, I guess you could say, or they want to live that lifestyle. There's a draw to it. There's a lot of subtle factors that go into, and that extends from Keeping Up with the Kardashians to this game. This game is compelling in its own way. But there is something that pulls each and every viewer to their respective interest, as it were. Speed dating. Yes. Yes, lots of speed dating. Because people just want to see ridiculous events unfold. 100%. They want to see crazy stuff that doesn't happen in their everyday life happen before their eyes from the safety of their phone without having to be involved in the event. It's entertaining. They love it. People eat it up. It could be 5 seconds long, and they are absolutely mesmerized by it. How humans work, we're curious. I need more details on this speed dating. Do you mean like what speed dating is, or just on this particular occasion? Because maybe that'll just have to be a story time. Granted, I'd have to go back and try to recall some of the details. There was something that really was really beautiful that came out of it. I could talk on that for sure. The speed dating was more or less not very memorable, but the aftermath definitely was. Some of my best memories I've ever made in my entire life have come out of that speed dating, come to mention it. I don't think I could do speed dating. It's very awkward. It is very, very awkward and weird. And I thought, what the hell? Why not? Anything that's weird or strange or sometimes dangerous, if we're talking about parkour, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's try it. You only live once, right? So I went all in. No, your speed date. Okay, got it. Okay, I will flesh it out, because if I just try to talk about it right now off the cuff, I know I'm gonna miss something, and I'd rather like focus on the story than have you guys stare at a pause screen. So let me go ahead and continue.
And call me Nil. Look there, those old rocks.
It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was awkward, but it was fun.
Disturb the rocks.
Would I do it again? Maybe. I would be nervous for sure. I was definitely nervous when I did it the first time, but it was a lot of fun.
Rumors spread like blood. With no braves to guard the border.
I'm not much of a conversationalist in general. I guarantee you guys, look, I'm not someone who wakes up early in the morning. I spent all of high school and college being exhausted, waking up at noon on the weekends, staying up until 2 or 3 in the morning for 10 years. For 10 years, because I was not someone who woke up early in the morning. And I've now gotten up almost every morning, most of the mornings, at 5 a.m. You can do anything you set your mind to. I was telling Panda earlier before we started the gameplay, I was pretty shy as a kid. I didn't like being in large groups. I still don't really like being in large groups of people. I prefer having intimate one-on-one relationships, conversations with people. Maybe a small group, 3 or 4, 5 people is fine with me, but a huge party, I'm not about it. I don't talk to anyone. Sometimes I'm that guy who stands awkwardly in the corner and doesn't say anything. It's a very challenging, it's very challenging for me to step out of that comfort zone and engage with people I don't know. It's hard for anyone, but it's easier for some than others. That makes sense. And so I understand what you're saying when you say you're not really a conversationalist. However, it's actually not as hard as you might think, okay? All you have to do, because part of the problem is you think that whatever you have to say is not interesting to others. I do this all the time. Like, I'm a gamer. I love talking about video games or just nerdy crap. And most normal people either don't play video games or they just don't want to talk about that stuff. But you can relate the conversation to something other than that, or you might be surprised. You start talking to it in your normal, enthused manner, and people will actually start to engage with you more. They'll get drawn in by what you're talking about. So you actually have it. You have it deep down. It might just not be tapped into, and it takes practice, right? It takes screwing up. It goes back to sports. Like, I love my sports analogies. When we're playing Rainbow Six Siege, like, I was trash at the beginning, but I had to do it over and over and over and over and over. This goes for any game. And it goes for conversation too. Like, you just have to suck. And then the more conversations you get into, the more awkward situations you force into, the better you get at it. And those awkward situations that you go through at the beginning, they make a hell of a good story later on that you can use as more conversation pieces, believe it or not. So it's a growing snowball the more you do it. So I'm not one of those people that thinks you can do anything you want to do, because let's be real, I will never be as good at basketball as Kobe was. I don't have the traits to be as good at basketball. But it doesn't mean that I can't be a great basketball player if I applied myself. I could at the very least be the best I could be in my own regard, and that might be pretty good, you know? So you can technically do anything. You can become proficient at anything you care about. If you don't care about doing something, then that's, don't bother. You're wasting your time not doing things that you actually enjoy doing. But give yourself the benefit of the doubt. This is a struggle that I deal with in parkour class. Like, a lot of these kids think that they can't do stuff. Like, dude, this is day one. Like, you can actually do this. I've had kids in 1 week go from learning how to do a roll on a mat, like just learning how to physically do the roll, to being able to roll on hardwood floor without a mat in a week. Okay. Not everyone is going to progress at that same speed, but it is possible. And these kids are way younger than me. They started way before I ever did. So they have less life experience than I even did when I started doing parkour. That means you can do a lot of things you set your mind to, for sure.
Shadowed these scum for days. Good tracker, but he went on ahead without me. We talked about this kind of behavior. Still, I understand. Leave it too long, your fingers itch for the bowstring.
Sorry, I know I keep pausing this. Speaking of planes and flights, Panda, I'm very proud of you that you face this fear every time, because anything that you go towards that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, I think is a good thing. I mean, that's why I did the acting class. But one of my students asked me yesterday, he asked me, Mr. Alex, what are your favorite places to be in? And one thing I said was, I like being at the park because I get to go work out and I can get some fresh air and relax and meditate, do whatever. Second place I like to be is at my computer, because I get to be here and interact with you guys and play video games, which is one of my favorite things in the whole world to do. And my third favorite place to be is the airport, because it means that I am going on my next big adventure. Now, the locations I go to could be endless, but there's an opportunity wherever you go. So that's why I chose the airport, because that is the gateway to all other paths. So, a good place to be, Panda. Going to the airport.
Say, how about you and I work together? Kill them all.
Sure.
I don't know you, and I have no reason to trust you.
Trust is a rare egg to find.
Graphics are so good.
I'm just a traveler, with a bow, a concern about the state of these lands, and a missing partner.
I don't think you're just anything at all.
Let me put it another way. Are you a bandit?
Of course not.
Then you have nothing to fear from me.
All right. Someone has to stop them from hurting others.
And we will. We'll stop them from doing anything. Save screaming a while. Go ahead and take the lead. I look forward to seeing what you're capable of.
Can we stealth our way through this? I really don't want to get into a huge fight. I was tempted to decline his help for a second, so I could
Let
just
them
do
sound
this.
it and more will come running. It's a gift. And if you're the heroic kind who needs a little extra, there's the captives.
No, Strider. Careful. Getting all wet. Your circuits
Rain
are
will
getting
take
messed
forever
up.
to dry.
Come on, why can't I max out my crafting? I don't want that. I want more plants. Oh, corruption. There's different kinds of plants. I just... Besides the wood. Corruption... Here we go.
Can't be too prepared.
Oh, how many levels do I have? Will it tell me? It just started over. That's kind of deceiving. Well, assuming I have at least one max, good with this for now. You can craft different potions that help you with okay, got it, got it. So that's why there's so many different options. Yeah, this game is really beautiful. For sure. Ancient Vessel Drone Hop. What does this do? Cracked and battered vessel once dear to the old ones. Shows a curious flying machine. Sets of ancient vessels can be traded in Meridian for valuable... Wait. Can I do this now? Crafting. I almost accidentally drank it. I need rich meat. Where do I get rich meat from? What kind of animal is that? Maybe it's from these guys? Wait a second. What is... Oh, I should change my controls. Okay, I figured it out. That wasn't rich meat, but that's okay. This is what we're going to do. So the buttons are what's messing me up right now. Change mapping. So jump is going to be Y. This is going to be B. Dodge roll. Would it make sense to have it X? I don't see why not. Or what if... Yeah, it makes more sense to have dodge be B than this other stuff. Interact quick save will be A. That makes sense. Focus mode. I'm willing to change that to left bumper, but I don't remember what left bumper is. Weapon wheel. Oh, no. I want to keep that the same because that's like my Far Cry control. Everything else is much fun. Jump. Is to... This is like Witcher controls now. E is to crouch. Except there is no crouching in Witcher, so that's... E extreme buffering. Oh no! Is it working now? I don't see any drops. Oh, I see a little bit of a network drop from earlier. Speed dating? Yes, I was speed dating years ago. I went on a speed date. We just I will tell that story at some point. Not the speed dating, but the aftermath. The new friends. Well, you're using Xbox control. That's oh come on! You don't gotta talk smack on the Xbox controller. Oh okay. Over here freaking out. Wait, so A. That's the only thing I have to get used to is that A is to mount because I'm pretty sure in Witcher it's Y. Oh god, I have to get used to that now. Okay, X is to slow down. Y is to go faster. That is really weird. I wish you could change the horse controls separately, but I guess not. I'll just have to get used to it. Oh, get off. Get off. How do I get off? There we go. No. Please do not. This guy's ruining everything. They're sounding the alarm. No, Strider. Who's shooting at me? One of the few times I prefer mouse and keyboard is when I'm actually aiming. I just got one-shotted. Was I already low? You just stood there as they watched you. I was crouched in the bushes. What are you talking about? I was perfectly safe. Okay, you know what? I don't like this. We're going back to default. I don't want to get used to this. Sorry, I'm being very fickle with my control, but it is what it is. Change mapping. Set. Get used to it, Alex. I want the red plants. It's not red, but it was purple. It looked pretty, so I wanted it. What needs to happen is Strider just needs to stay back. Like I was dumb for bringing him in. Oh, also he has full health. Okay, so that was fortuitous. He got resurrected essentially. Guessing I can't loot that. Do I have to hide bodies in this game?
That alarm will wake up the whole camp. And more besides.
Can I tag as many enemies as I want? Why doesn't it just automatically tag them? I think it's left bumper, right? Right bumper. I can't move the body. Yes, it's one less thing that I have to worry about.
Got something.
God, I love the animation.
Can't scare me. Come out.
Calm. A corpse.
Uh-oh. Far so good. Probably start moving into the camp.
I got a live one.
No, dude, how did he...
And I'm gonna give you.
Oh, that's so frustrating. I did not see that guy at all.
I'll get the signal.
Okay, well, at least they didn't get the alarm.
That took care of the alarm.
Yeah, definitely do not recommend hotels in this area, Panda. Downey is nice. Maybe Lakewood? I don't know. What's in Lakewood?
There's the prisoners.
Don't sit back.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, there's two.
She went that way. They're giving up.
Guessing that's not... Very awkward pathway. Wait, whoa, I just... Oh, I almost killed... We'll work it out, Panda. We'll figure out a good spot for you. But like closer to me and Carmen is actually not ideal just because they're not the nicest areas. But we'll work it out. It's okay. So we cleared the bandit camp.
Seeker.
Can I still free the prisoners or
Speak with me.
are they automatically freed? I completely missed that part.
Please, may I speak with you?
Ooh, that's cool. I wish it told me how good my stats were in comparison to the stuff that I'm potentially buying. Like a direct comparison would be very convenient. Oh, this stuff is expensive. Looks cool though. Shell Walker heart. Did I just parkour over there? Missed it. Oh, I see. So there's different. There's different speed levels, so I can. No.
Feels good, doesn't it? Hold it inside you one last breath. Then let it out.
Ugh. I didn't find your partner.
They killed him. I hardly feel surprised. He was already getting cocky when we carved through the last bandit camp. I thought he and I were agreed. Only enjoy the killing as much as the challenge. No great loss. Nothing in the wilds I can't handle, just me and the voice of our teeth here.
Your bow has a name?
Yours doesn't?
You're not just a traveler. That armor was fitted for you. And the way you hold your bow.
I said a concerned traveler.
That armor? He's not wearing anything.
But I was a soldier longer than there was a war, if you follow. Where the arrowhead passes between armor and skin, that's the place I belong. So I make opportunities to find it. That's like coming home.
Have you ever thought about hunting machines?
No, they don't get that look in their eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh gosh, yeah, I see the network is like plummeting right now. It is plummeting on my end. I'm not sure what's happening with that. So I apologize guys for any network lag that might be happening. Holy crap, a giant truck just rolled through the neighborhood. Maybe they're fixing the internet. You can be in Long Beach, but there are lots of pockets of Long Beach that are really nice and really shady. So we have to figure out where a good spot would be for you to go because it can change from one block to the next, in all honesty. However, I will say Long Beach is a really great place to visit. It's such an interesting town. So you'll enjoy it here.
Did bandits wrong you somehow?
They wrong us all.
Yes, buffering issue is on my end right now, Panda. I'm having network drops
So
on
you
the
hunt
stream,
them down
so
to
it's
help
not
others.
just you.
No. For Spoon.
Hopefully they will resolve themselves, but I think this is just something that happens periodically, either with Spectrum or like the connection to the YouTube servers. I'm not sure what's going on. I recently updated my router, so it shouldn't be anything on that end. But I'll do another one after the stream just to be safe. But yes, the network is not good right now.
I can't wait for wars anymore. Life's too short and the thrill of death too sharp. If you kill a tribesman, there'll be retribution. Hunt a boar, they complain if you waste the meat. But bandits, they're vicious. They always put up a fight, and no one cares if you kill them.
I guess you're doing the right thing for the wrong reason.
I'm doing what I love. And what could be wrong with that?
We're done here.
Here? I'm afraid so. But we live in a world of ruins, and bandits are drawn to them like infection to a wound. You wouldn't let that infection set in, would you? I'm sure we'll meet again.
Maybe, if it can't be helped.
If we pass each other by, we'll know it by our
So she survived her wounds.
Yikes, dude. Yo, he's so low health. Okay, so the color of the plants represent what they do. The red ones are medicinal. Dude, I keep forgetting which button to press.
The snow's got a bite out here.
Hey guys, I want to check something real quick. I want to see if they're actually out there doing the something internet related. Right back. Yeah, so they're not working on anything out there from what I saw, but we had a massive thunderstorm a few days ago. It did rain a little bit earlier today. Not sure if that has anything to do with it, but it is what it is. I mean, the beginning of the stream was working just fine. Nothing as far as encoding on my end seems to be an issue. However, the connection has plummeted. Not sure what's going on there. that actually is a good point, Alex. Says the person who wants to go to Maldives. Maldives looks very calm. I don't know how deep that water is, but it doesn't look very deep. That's one of the things that's so beautiful about it. Makes me want to go so badly. Undertow riptides and creatures mostly. I totally understand that sentiment. Like the idea of being out in the deep ocean does scare me, where you don't know what's underwater. That can be terrifying for sure. Oh, Carmen, I just noticed that you mentioned the Pike. Yes, Pike is a very cool area in Long Beach to go and visit. Also a great place to go eat. There are some nice restaurants there. I think it would be really fun if all of us could go hang out and have a day in that spot. And yeah, back to the other point. The ocean can be scary, but Maldives just looks so amazing. I have to go. I have to go. Shouldn't be too bad. And yes, to Alex's point, Panda, like when I'm in Long Beach, I don't really go, like I don't have a beach day. I just walk around. There are lots of great trails and pathways in Long Beach where you can just stroll and enjoy the scenery of the ocean without actually having to prepare for a beach day or anything like that. So, it'd be a lot of fun. Ooh, yeah, I could see that being uncomfortable for sure. Not a huge fan of hiking, for example. I'm not an outdoorsy person, but I go hiking with my. Yeah, I mean, by default, I think I would prefer to stay in and play games, but I know it's really good for me to go out and get sun. And actually, that's not true. I do enjoy doing parkour and exploring and going to all kinds of different places. Maybe not all the time, but I definitely wouldn't look at it as being a chore. Oh, yes, I'm playing with a controller. I almost forgot. Oh, I love that. That little animation. Game is so pretty.
These are helpful. Bitter, though.
Did I just finish him off? Get a new one? Put him out of his misery? I feel like I shouldn't because it's not. If it just did normal damage where I could just finish him off like that, I would. But it's treating him like a friendly, and then I feel. Maybe he'll heal over time if I spend enough time away, or if I start a new quest. Maybe it's like GTA where they fix your car automatically.
Feels more like a military camp. I bet this some things. So many wounded. Tribe's been hit hard. What happened to you, Hunter? Are you all right?
Oh, I'm grateful for this wound. It's a lesson I won't forget. And you should heed it too.
How's that?
I was chasing a galloping grazer, so intent on my prey that I didn't see where I was going. Right to the threshold of a cauldron.
A cauldron? What's that?
Ah, You're from inside the Embrace, so you've never seen one. A cauldron is a sort of door, I guess. No one knows what lies beyond. Some say machines are made inside. Others think they're dens of evil, where the spirits of the metal devils linger. Same thing, I suppose. Whatever they are, they're forbidden.
You mentioned a lesson before. What did that wound teach you?
As I stood before the cauldron, my prey scampered off, and I stared, dumb with wonder. For a moment, I was a child again, wrapped from stories told by hunters at the campfire. I had a powerful desire to see what was inside. That's when the Watcher attacked. Cauldrons are guarded, you see. I barely fought it off, and got the scrape as a reminder. There's a reason the matriarchs forbid those places, and not just because they're dangerous. We weren't meant to see what's inside. I'll never waver again. This scar will see to that.
But for a moment you felt something. A sense of discovery. Are you so sure that's a bad thing?
Has to be, right? Or I wouldn't have been punished.
Where can I find this cauldron?
My point is, you shouldn't.
Then describe the place I should avoid.
You're a clever one, but not so clever as to heed my warning, I see. Fine, you're grown. I can't stop you. It's dead north of here, past the red drifts, built into the side of a mountain. Just remember, I told you to stay away.
I just realized her necklace looks like it's made of cable.
Here she is.
Very cool
They
looking.
made her a seeker. Come here, girl. Let's have a look at you.
My own damn fault. Should have got out of there quick.
You can always just self-destruct it. Yeah, that's true. There's got to be a better way than that, though. Man, this is really annoying, guys. I'm sorry that the connection is so bad. It's up to you guys. I can keep streaming now if it's not that much of a problem. But if it is, I'm willing to call it here and wait until it improves for... Today is Friday. For tomorrow's stream. Up to you guys. I don't know how bad it looks. In fact, let me check the pre. YouTube is not receiving enough video data to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I hope you're looking to buy. I could use the shards.
I'm heading for the border. You're a trader? What do you know of the Karja tribe, or their capital, Meridian?
I've never left our sacred land, but I've traded with Karja outlanders from time to time. Too fancy for their own good, if you ask me. As for Meridian, it's all they talk about. A city built atop a mesa, with soaring towers, high as mountains.
How did the Karja ever come to build such marvels?
Slave labor. But their new king has forbidden slavery. I guess he cares more about justice than new construction, huh?
Well, I'll be off. I hope business picks up.
Thanks. Me too.
If I have a Strider currently and then I get a new one, does the other one just wander off or disappear? That works.
Should have known the Karja faithless would look.
The girl with the mark of a seeker. The Sentinel saw you coming.
You're Maria. Varl told me you'd know the way to Meridian.
The Karja capital. West will take you to it, but their soldiers will stop you long before you get there.
They can try.
No, what I mean is there's a Karja fort that guards the pass between east and west. Word is the Karja have sealed the gate out of fear of the corrupted machines.
Okay,
infesting
okay,
our
I
sacred
will.
land.
If I
So
see
if
another one,
clear
I'll
out the
try
corrupted machines, they'll open the
overriding it.
border?
I suppose. But I can't spare any braves to help
Oh, what
you.
the heck? The connection
Who
just
said I needed
fixed.
help?
You'll clear the valley.
Oh, never.
all
I
by
spoke too
yourself.
soon.
I'm good with the bow.
It's like
For
fluctuating
your
now.
sake? Better than good, I hope.
So I'll find this Karja fort to the west? And beyond that, Meridian?
Yes, the Karja call the place Day Tower. It's not far from the Forsaken Village.
What Forsaken Village?
It had a name once, not that it matters now. I was born there.
What happened to it?
The war. The Karja destroyed in one of their red raids. I was 15 at the time. I got away, others weren't so lucky. The Nora withdrew to this place, Mother's Crown. Relinquished our claim on the valley. Even now, with the war behind us, we've left the valley be. A kind of buffer between the Sundom and our sacred land.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. There's just some sort of connection to the server that's not working. It's fluctuating constantly. It fixed itself for a moment and then went back to being bad. And now it looks like it's fixed again. So fingers crossed that it stays fixed.
How far has the corruption spread?
I've seen it myself in machines at the head of the valley, and there's been word of corrupted machines in the south, too. Whatever the corruption is, it doesn't just affect machines. It burns flesh and sickens the injured.
Do the corrupted machines have any weaknesses?
Fire seems to affect them more than ordinary machines. A small mercy. This is a curse only the goddess can lift.
Unless we find out what's behind it and put a stop to it.
The matriarchs have spoken, Aloy. All we can do is fight, and pray to the goddess.
Mother's Crown guards the edge of the sacred land, right? So do you see a lot of foreigners here?
Yes. Not here in the village itself, of course, but in the valley beyond. Since the war ended, foreigners have been allowed in the valley, and Nora can trade with them, if they choose. It's a kind of in-between place, neither foreign nor sacred land. If you're curious, visit Hunter's Gathering. It's little more than a heap of dingy shelters and tents, but foreigners use it as a way station.
Sounds like a place where I could find out more about Meridian. So you're in charge of the defenses here?
Mother's Crown defends itself. During the war, it survived 15 assaults, broke 3 invasions. We will endure.
Trying to live up to glorious pasts has a way of getting people killed.
You would know this.
I
but
know,
won the
there is
proving the
a
year I ran.
ton
Like
of
you,
control.
I started off behind, had to find a shortcut. I barely made it, crossed the finish line with a broken ankle.
This isn't the proving, Maria. This is real.
You missed my point. Getting posted to Mother's Crown? It was the boon I requested. My prize for winning. Trying to live up to the glory of the Nora hasn't killed me yet. But if it has to, I'm willing.
These people are so hell-bent on dying for their honor.
I should be going.
All right. Be careful out there, Aloy. I hope you find whatever it is you're after.
He has really pretty eyes, though.
What's now?
Brave! Mother's Crown could make use of your bow.
Me?
Well, you are a brave, aren't you? We need boar skins. Our stitcher works his hands raw, repairing cloaks and armor. There's good boar hunting to the east, past the falls. But there's a machine out there now. When I saw it, I dropped the hunt, ran for cover, knocked an arrow, but then I...
No shame in living to fight another day.
No, it's... my ring had come loose. That was my luck in the wild. My mother's prized from a machine's jaws long past.
You put that much trust in a ring?
After all that's happened, I need luck as much as the tribe needs those skins.
I'll see what I can find.
If you can help, you have my thanks. I'll be at the campfire when you come by again.
Yeah, Aloy is very much like Commander Shepard in the way her voice actress delivers her line.
I'm soaked from melted snow.
What can we do here? These are all complete. I only have... What? Oh, okay. That was the problem. Oh, I have 2 skills to level up. How's Sebastian? I haven't heard you talking about him in a while. He's good. He's just been chilling in the backyard. Actually, he looks so much healthier than he did the last time I mentioned him on stream. The past couple years, he's been very skinny. I think he had some sort of infection or condition that affected his eating and his fur, and he was just a mess. But ever since that sort of passed, he's looking back to his normal, healthy self, meowing and being as obnoxious as ever. But at least he looks fine and dandy. Thinking of making a couple TikToks with Sebastian. I haven't decided yet, though. I don't know if it's worth all the sneezing that I'll have to endure. Tempted to do low profile. Critical hit was recommended to me. I might just do that. Give one more. Okay, these all require 2. So, we might as well max out the tree at the bottom, because all of these abilities actually have quite a bit of usefulness for me. Usually there's a whole section that I could care less about, or I couldn't care less about. But in this instance, useful stuff here. Yes, very, very happy kitty. Sebastian is weighted on hand and foot. Just taken care of constantly. Between 2 houses, like, if he's not satisfied here, he just goes across the street and it gets fed over there as well. So, very, very lucky little man. Okay, we need to find another Strider to override.
More than equipped to take you on.
Can I knock off his lens or something? Isn't there a component there? Yikes, dude, that's so much damage. Oh, I leveled up from that. Let's go. However, gather resources and search down enemies while mounted. That's convenient. Please. I should have an updated picture of the kittens I showed you on Discord. Yes, please. I would love to see the kittens, Alex. Show off all the cats. I should have a cat section on Discord. In fact, I might just make that after the stream.
This
Cats.
poison seems almost to eat away at metal. Maybe that's what drives the machines mad. Might find a way to use it someday. I can get out of this.
Watch your heart. Why is it blue? Does that mean it's valuable?
It's off. Out of ammo, but not out of ice.
Stealth. I can add this to my armor and it'll make me more stealthy. How does this work? I have 2 of them. I didn't even realize. +5 stealth. That's a little ambiguous. I assume it means that things can't see me as quickly. Can I just apply them from here? Disassemble. 2 of them. Okay, if I disassemble it, what does that do? Does that give me resources? You need to take a corruption potion. Go to crafting. I go to crafting. Antidote. 100% corruption resistance for 60 seconds made from the extract. Corruption glaze root. This liquid can protect against the effects of corruption for a short time. What does corruption do? Is it just health loss over time? Poison? I guess it's the same as... So you have fire, shock, freeze, poison, essentially. I made one of those. Oh, I see. These each cost 3. They definitely could use more for... Oh, wait. That just crafts the hunter. I would like to have a larger arrow capacity. But we need to get some fatty meat. Hunt some boars, it looks. Kitties and kids, so I can show off the kiddos with the cats. Yeah. Can I swim upstream? Wow, Aloy really is badass.
Might need that.
Turkey. Rich meat. Turkeys have rich meat. Good to know. Uh-oh. Shell walker.
You're going down.
What the? Move, tree! Oh god! Oh my god, this thing... What the heck was that? Aloy can barely move. That thing has a shield. My gosh, the slow-mo actually messed me up. I find it hilarious now that I haven't found any striders since... God.
Be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
Let's go. Give me that critical. Man, I'm playing on normal difficulty. This game is pretty hard.
I think I'm in the clear.
Aunt Betty, where do you know where she lives approximately? Like what city? I don't know why I keep attacking these guys. No reason for it.
You'll do.
Modification satchel full. Good problem to have. Modify weapons. Clear modification slot. Tinker skill not learned. Oh, okay. So in order to remove things, we have to learn a new skill. But we can add. So blue, I'm guessing, is of higher value, which makes sense. Tear is for removing components. Handling, I'm guessing, is for aim or movement or ADS time, one of those. $22,700, $36,700. You equip a mod in a full slot, the old mod will be lost. Tinker skill not learned. So let's just do this one for now, I guess. Put one. We can't modify the spear? Really? Plus 10 shock, plus 17 handling. I feel like shock will be more valuable in this circumstance. Get wrecked, nub. You need a challenge to wimping out? Good morning to you too. I was going to tell you to leave the Shell Walker alone, but figured you should probably learn on... Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. It means a lot, Panda. Your concern for my well-being and sanity is duly noted. It's okay, I have learned my lesson the hard way. I understand what the stakes are now. Hey, what does this fire coil do? Now that I can't equip it. 32.6. Huh. It does fire and freeze damage? Interesting. Ooh, right in the face. What? Okay, I'm dipping. They're not fighting that thing. I don't care. Forget the components. We're getting out of here.
Quiet now.
Yeah, I know. Very annoying, Panda. Very, very annoying. I'm just gonna sneak this because I'm getting bored at just slapping robots.
Nutritious.
It's fatty and rich meats. Oh my god, what are those? They look huge.
Scrappers, looking for metal.
They legit snuck up on me. I did not hear that. I stealth take down this fool.
Take it slow, quiet.
Now,
Just go about your business.
yo, he got super close. I just got stunned. Oh my gosh, this game is actually kind of hard. Like, this game is not just a walk in the park. You can kill whatever creatures you want, even on normal difficulty. I kind of appreciate that. Also, there's no aim assist, which isn't fair. I mean, there's a little bit. Like, there's hit scan, I've noticed. No aim assist. Can I ride these guys?